The gown feels heavy, like a cheap polyester weight on my shoulders. But it's not as heavy as the black leather folder my mother just handed me. It's stiff and cold, and for one stupid second, I thought it was a graduation gift. I was wrong. I open it, and the words jump out at me. Disownment. It's a legal paper, sharp and clean. Sign these, Janice. My mother, Brenda, says. Her voice is bright and cold like ice. Let's just make this split official. We're tired of the financial drain. She smiles, a perfect painted smile, like she just asked me to pass the salt. My stepfather, Greg, nods beside her. He doesn't even look at me. His eyes are already scanning the noisy auditorium, looking for more important people. He adjusts his expensive tie and sighs, like I'm an inconvenience. It's for the best, Janice, he says, not to me but to the air. A clean break. Financial drain. That's all I am to them. A line item on their budget that they are finally closing. I feel my stomach twist, but I don't let them see it. Can't. Not today. I've worked too hard for this day to let them break me now. I don't argue. I don't cry. I just take the papers. My hands are shaking, but I force them to be still. I slide the thick folder into my tote bag, right next to the folded paper that holds my valedictorian speech. They don't know about the speech. They didn't even ask if I was getting any honors. They just showed up with their camera phones and their poison, ready to perform the role of proud parents for everyone else. But for me, they brought an invoice. An invoice for my entire childhood, stamped with the word, done. But here's the thing. I knew this was coming. Maybe not today, maybe not with legal papers, but I knew they were done with me. And I've been preparing. I look at them, at their shiny, empty faces, and I feel a tiny spark in my chest, because I know something they don't. Today isn't about their ending. It's about my beginning. And the look on their faces when they find out what I've been hiding for the last 6 months. That's the real graduation gift. That's the one I gave to myself. If you stick with me, I promise you, the moment the truth comes out is going to be better than you can even imagine. The look on their faces when they realize who I really am, and what they just threw away. It's something you will want to see. The truth always has a way of showing up, and today it's coming out on the biggest stage possible, right in front of all the important people they're trying so hard to impress. You're not going to want to miss a single second of this. Hit subscribe if you believe family should build you up, not try to tear you down right before the biggest moment of your life. People like my mother, Brenda, only care about what things look like on the outside. They'd rather throw away their own child than risk looking bad or poor. Don't be like Brenda. Subscribe if you believe in standing up for yourself, even when you're standing alone. And if you think every kid deserves a family who is actually proud of them, comment "You deserve better" down below. For years, they told me I was the problem. I was too quiet, too smart, too much like my father, the man they never talk about. He was a thinker, not a schmoozer, and he left me just enough money for my first year of college before he passed away. My mother and Greg burned through the rest of it. They told me my scholarships were embarrassing, and that I should just get a job and stop dreaming. They saw my books and my late nights in the lab as a waste of their money they weren't even spending. Now I'm sitting here in this huge, loud room. It's filled with thousands of people. I see other families. They're hugging, they're crying, they're holding signs. A dad 3 rows ahead of me is screaming his son's name, crying happy tears. I look at my own mother. She's texting, a bored look on her face. Greg is on his phone, probably checking his stocks. I am completely, totally, and absolutely alone, sitting right between the 2 people who are supposed to love me most in the world. The cheap gown suddenly feels like it's suffocating me. Just before the music starts, Brenda leans in. I think for a second she's going to say something nice. Maybe good luck. Maybe congratulations. She doesn't. She whispers, her perfume making me sick. I hope you have a plan, Janice. Because after you sign those papers, you have nothing. You are nothing. Her words hit me, and for a second I can't breathe. That's what she wanted. She wanted to see me break. I just stare straight ahead at the stage. We'll see, I whisper back. The music starts. The big booming graduation song. Everyone stands up. We're supposed to start walking. My mother and Greg are already ignoring me, standing on their tiptoes. They are waving at someone in the special guest section right near the stage. It's a woman in a sharp, electric blue suit. They are smiling their biggest, fakest smiles, trying to get her attention. My mother doesn't know who that woman is. But I do. And my heart is beating so fast, I think it's going to break right out of my chest. We are walking in a long line, a river of black caps and gowns. The music is loud and everyone is cheering. But I can't hear any of it. All I can hear is the noise inside my head. It's the sound of my mother's voice, cold and sharp. Financial drain. You are nothing. When people look at me in this line, they see the girl who got perfect grades. They see the girl who is always in the library. The quiet one who never causes trouble. They see a success story. What they don't see, what they can't possibly know, is the truth. They don't see the noise. The noise started a long time ago. My mother, Brenda, wasn't always like this. Or maybe she was, and I just didn't see it. She inherited my father's ambition, but none of his kindness. My dad loved books. He loved ideas. He used to tell me, "Janice, don't just be smart, be good." He was the one who taught me how to think, how to build things, how to see the world as a puzzle waiting to be solved. But then he was gone. And all the light in our house went out with him. My mother never talks about how he passed away. It's the one door she keeps locked, and I'm afraid of what's behind it. After that, the silence was awful. It was heavy like a wet blanket. Until Greg came. Greg is loud. He wears shiny suits and talks about synergy and optimization. He's a man who speaks in buzzwords but never actually says anything. He's everything she thinks success looks like. He took one look at me with my messy hair and my old books, and he saw a problem. I wasn't on brand for their new life. I was a leftover from her old life. And Greg doesn't like leftovers. He's a man who only cares about new, shiny things. So they sent me away. When I was 16, they shipped me off to live in the university dorms year-round. It was part of an early entry program, but it was just an excuse. "It's for your focus, Janice," my mother said, not meeting my eyes. "No distractions." But I knew the truth. I was the distraction. I was a witness to who they really were. I was the one who remembered my dad. And they couldn't stand to look at me. They needed me gone so they could build their new, perfect, hollow life. Do you know what it's like to be the only person in a 9-story building? Do. I spent Thanksgiving alone in that dorm. I spent Christmas there too. I would watch other families come and pick up their kids, laughing and carrying suitcases. I would just go to the lab. The silence in the dorms was different from the silence at home. It was clean. It was mine. I wasn't just studying for exams. I was building a suit of armor. I was building a new life, one where I would never ever have to depend on them again. I wasn't completely alone though. I had Dr. Alistair. He was my professor, but he became more than that. He was the one who saw me. He didn't see a financial drain. He saw a mind. "Janice," he told me, his eyes always kind, "your work isn't just good. It's revolutionary." He was the one who gave me a key to the senior research lab, the one usually locked for everyone else. He treated me like a colleague, not a child. He was the only family I had. And he was the only one who knew my secret. You see, for the last 2 years, I haven't just been a student. I've been a researcher, an inventor. Dr. Alistair and I were working on something big. A project I poured all my anger, my loneliness, and my hope into. It was my real work, done at 3 in the morning when the rest of the campus was asleep. My mother thought I was just a student running up a bill. She has no idea what I've been building in that lab. She has no idea what it's worth. Or who it's worth something to. That's the funny part. My mother and Greg are still standing, craning their necks, waving like fools. They're still trying to get the attention of that woman in the electric blue suit. The one who walked in with all the important people. The one they are desperate to meet. Brenda is so obsessed with climbing the social ladder that she doesn't even recognize the person who built the ladder. She's trying to impress the one person in the world she should be afraid of. But she has no idea. I finally get to my row and sit down. The chair is hard and metal. The black folder in my bag feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds. But the speech in there, the one I wrote, feels light. My mother's words ring in my ears. You have nothing. I adjust my cap. I can feel their eyes on the back of my head, annoyed that this is taking so long. They want to leave. They want this to be over. Oh, it's going to be over. But not the way they think. The dean is walking to the podium now. He's starting the welcome speech. Take a slow breath. I can see the woman in the blue suit in the front row. She's not looking at the dean. She's scanning the crowd row by row like she's looking for someone. My heart stutters. Is she looking for me? I pull out the ceremony program. The valedictorian speech is listed, but there's a blank spot right before it. A special announcement. My mother sees it too and groans. Oh, wonderful, a delay. She has no idea. That delay is for me. My life with them was a cold, empty house. But my life in the lab, that was different. That was my real home. Sitting here on this hard plastic chair, I'm not thinking about the disownment papers. I'm thinking about the smell of coffee and metal, the hum of the servers, the feeling of finally being alive. My mother thought I was just studying. She thought I was a burden. She has no idea I was building a new world in a basement, a world she wasn't invited to. She thinks she's getting rid of a problem, but she's about to find out I was her solution. I met Dr. Alistair in my first year. I was just a lost kid, drowning in a campus that was too big. I took his advanced physics class, and on the first day, he asked a question that no one else could answer. Answered it. He didn't just say, correct. He stopped the entire class, looked right at me and said, how did you see that? He wasn't testing me. He was seeing me. From that day on, he gave me a key to the lab. He said, don't let this place waste what's in your head. While my mother and Greg were going to fancy parties, I was in that lab. I spent nights, weekends, and holidays there. Smelled like old books and new ideas. Dr. Alistair wasn't like a teacher. He was like a partner. He would bring me coffee at 2 a.m. We would write code on the windows, on napkins, on the walls. He never told me what to do. He would just ask, what do you think, Janice? Where do we go from here? He treated me like I mattered. He treated me like an equal. Your work isn't just good, Janice, he'd say. It's revolutionary. He was the one who told me that. My mother told me I was a drain. Greg told me to be realistic. But Dr. Alistair, he told me I was a revolutionary. He believed in me. He protected me. When other professors tried to take credit for my ideas, he stood in front of them like a bear. This is her work, he'd say, his voice low and firm. And one day, you'll be telling people you were in the same building as her. So what were we building? Started as my idea. A way to fix something that was broken. Something that everyone said was impossible. It was a new way to see the world. I can't tell you the details, not yet, but just know this. It could change everything. It could help millions of people. It was my secret, my hope, my weapon. And for the last 6 months, it wasn't just an idea anymore. It was real. It was working. And it was terrifying. I remember the night it finally happened. It was 3:17 a.m. We'd been working for 48 hours straight. My eyes were burning. And then, a tiny green light on a black screen blinked on. Just one little light. I grabbed Dr. Alistair's arm. We just stared. We didn't shout. We didn't cheer. We just watched this tiny light, and we both knew in that single second that nothing would ever be the same again. This was my graduation. The ceremony today, this polyester gown. This is just a costume party. I look at the disownment papers in my bag. They think they're cutting me off from their money. That's so small. So funny. They have no idea what's about to happen. They think they're pushing me out of the nest. They don't realize I built my own wings, And I'm about to fly so high they won't even be able to see me. But it's not about the money. It was never about the money for me. It was about proving them wrong. It was about proving my dad was right to believe in me. And I wasn't the only one who thought it was big. Dr. Alistair did something. Something he wasn't supposed to do. He broke all the rules. He made a call. He sent an email to the one person he knew would understand. The one person who was as crazy as we were. The woman in the blue suit. Elaine Reed. The CEO of Nexus Innovations. The most powerful and most feared woman in technology. My mother and Greg are waving at her like she's a celebrity. They have no idea Elaine Reed is here. For me, she didn't just email back. She flew here herself. She came to our lab last week, in the middle of the night. No cameras, no assistants. Just her. She looked at our work, at my little green light, for almost an hour. She didn't say a word. Then she turned to me, not Dr. Alistair, but me. She said, "They're going to try and take this from you, kid. Are you ready to fight?" I told her I'd been fighting my whole life. She smiled. And that's when we made the plan. Plan for today. The dean is at the podium. My heart is a drum. I can feel it in my chest. He says, "And now, a special presentation." My mother groans a loud, annoyed sigh. "Just get on with it," she mutters. Greg checks his watch. They are so bored. Any second now. Any second, their entire perfect hollow world is going to crack wide open. The dean smiles. "We are honored to have a guest. A true visionary. Please welcome Ms. Elaine Reed." The whole place starts clapping. It's loud like thunder. And my mother. She is vibrating. She grabs Greg's arm so hard he almost drops his phone. "Oh my God, Greg, it's her," she whispers, but she's almost shouting. "It's Elaine Reed. She's really here." My mother is looking at Elaine like she's a goddess, like she's the most important person on earth. Her face is red and she has this hungry, desperate smile. She's already practicing what she'll say to her. She thinks this is her big chance. She has no idea. I just sit there. My hands are locked together in my lap, so tight my knuckles are white. I am a statue. I can feel my heart beating in my throat, thump, thump, thump. This is it. This is the plan Dr. Alistair and I made with Elaine. Elaine Reed steps up to the microphone. She looks out over all the students. Her eyes. They're not smiling. She looks powerful. She looks like she could buy this whole university and turn it into a parking lot. My mother and Greg are practically crawling over the seats in front of them, trying to get her to look at them. But Elaine isn't looking at them. I know exactly who she's looking for. Elaine taps the microphone. Tap. The sound echoes. "Good morning," she says. Her voice is clear and sharp, and the whole room goes quiet. For years my company Nexus has been looking for one thing. The future. We don't invest in products. We invest in people. We invest in ideas that seem impossible. My mother is nodding along like she understands, like she's one of those people. She's totally forgotten about the Disownment papers. She's forgotten about me. She's in her fantasy, where she and Elaine are about to become best friends. "I came here today," Elaine continues, "because I was sent a piece of research 6 months ago. Research that my entire team of brilliant scientists said was impossible. They said it couldn't be done." My mother leans forward. She loves gossip. She loves knowing secrets. She's probably thinking some super famous professor did it. I can see Greg already trying to figure out who it is so he can go talk to them, so he can network. They are so predictable. They only see what other people can do for them. "This research," Elaine says, "is going to change everything." She pauses. The whole auditorium, thousands of people, holds its breath. "It will change how we communicate, how we heal, how we live." Greg's eyes are wide. This is it. The big one. My mother is actually fixing her hair, right there in her seat, just in case Elaine's eyes pass over her. "The person behind this," Elaine says, "is not just a thinker. They are a builder. And they are in this room today." My mother gasps. She grabs Greg's arm again. Who is it? She whispers. The dean leans over and whispers something in Elaine's ear. You nod. Ah. It seems I've jumped ahead, she says with a tiny smile. I've been told this person is also this year's valedictorian. A sound, a whoa, goes through the crowd. Feel my stomach drop. This is it. This is really happening. My mother and Greg heard that. They heard valedictorian. But they don't move. They don't look at me. Their brains just can't put it together. They're still looking around, confused. My mother is frowning. I can see her little brain working, spinning like a hamster on a wheel. The valedictorian, she whispers to Greg, annoyed. Who is that? Do we know them? Is it that boy you know from the golf club? Greg is scrolling on his phone, probably trying to look up the name. They live with me. Or I used to live with them. I am their daughter. And they don't even know I'm the valedictorian. They never ask. They never cared. They are searching for a name they can use, and they have no idea it's the one they just tried to throw in the trash. I close my eyes for just 1 second. Think of my dad. He would have known. He would have been sitting right here. He would have been crying happy tears. He would have known all about my project. In fact, he's the reason I did it. The whole project. It was for him. It was my way to fix the one thing that broke my entire life. The one thing that took him from me. And my mother, the woman who was supposed to love him, is sitting right there, about to be completely, totally humiliated. Elaine Reed holds up her hand. But this person is not just a valedictorian. We at Nexus are not offering a scholarship. We are not offering an internship. The room goes dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. We are offering a partnership. A partnership with Nexus. That's not a job. That's a kingdom. That's more money than Greg has ever dreamed of. My mother's face is white. She's starting to look sick. She's adding it up. Valedictorian. Richest company in the world. It's not. It can't be. Elaine Reed smiles. A real big, terrifying smile. Nexus Innovations is creating a new division, effective today. The Barry Reed division. She pauses. I've been asked not to say the name of the project just yet. It's a secret. She laughs, and a few people laugh with her. But I am allowed to introduce its new director. She looks up, her eyes locking on the crowd. She's not looking for me. She's looking right at my mother. And then she says my name. Please join me in congratulating Janice Barry. Name. She said my name. Janice Barry. The sound hangs in the air. For a second there is nothing. Just silence. 1,000 people, and no one makes a sound. It's like the whole world hit the pause button. And then I hear it. Little sound. Tiny gasp. It's my mother. I don't have to look. I know that sound. It's the sound she makes when she's truly, deeply shocked. It's the sound of her world, her perfect, controlled world, breaking into a million tiny pieces. I can feel her eyes on me even from here. They are not angry. They are not sad. They are just blank. Have to stand up. My legs feel like they're full of water. I feel like I'm going to fall over. I push my hands down on the plastic chair, and it makes a loud scrape sound in the quiet. The sound is ugly and loud, and it breaks the spell. Everyone turns. Everyone is looking at me. The girl in the cheap gown. The financial drain. I can feel thousands of eyes on my back. Keep my head down, just looking at my own feet. One step. Another step. I can't look at her. Can't. If I look at her I might fall apart. But I do. Can't help it. Peek. Just a quick glance as I get to the end of the aisle. And I see her face. My mother. She is frozen. Her mouth is open just a little bit. Her eyes are wide and empty. It's like she doesn't know me. Like she's looking at a ghost. Like her brain has just stopped working. She's not mad. She's not happy. She's just gone. It's the look of a person who just saw the sky turn green. It's total, complete, shattering disbelief. She isn't even looking at me. She's looking through me. Greg is different. He's not frozen. He's calculating. He dropped his phone. I see it on the floor by his shiny shoe. He's not looking at me with shock. He's looking at me like I'm a math problem he can't solve. I see his eyes flick from me, to Elaine Reed on the stage and back to me. I can almost hear the gears turning in his head. Janice Barry. Victor. Anxious. Barry Reed Division. He's not seeing a daughter. He's seeing a number. A very, very big number. And he just threw it away. The walk to the stage feels like it's 1,000 miles long. My cheap polyester gown is swishing around my ankles. Swish, swish, swish. It's the only sound I can hear, besides the whispering. Starts low like a hiss. Who is that? Barry. Her. I've never seen her. Is this a joke? The noise is coming back. But it's not my mother's voice in my head anymore. It's the sound of the whole world trying to figure out who I am. And I'm the only one who knows the answer. I think about my project. The one Elaine wouldn't name. The Barry Reed Division. Sounds so big. All I ever wanted was to fix what was broken. I think about my dad. He was always so tired, so sick. The doctors said it was impossible to see what was wrong until it was too late. I just wanted to build a new set of eyes. A way to see inside the dark. My mother always said he was weak. She hated that he was sick. She has no idea what he was really fighting. She has no idea what I found in his old lab notes. I finally get to the steps of the stage. And I see him. Dr. Alistair. He's standing at the side, out of the spotlight. And he's crying. Big, happy, messy tears are rolling right down his face and into his beard. He doesn't say anything. He just looks at me and nods one time, slow and proud. He looks like a father. He looks like he's the one who should be sitting in that front row. Seeing him almost breaks me. But I can't stop. I turn and I take the first step up. I'm on the stage. So bright. I can't see the crowd anymore. Just a sea of bright, flashing lights. The cameras. They're all pointed at me. Elaine Reed is smiling, a real warm smile. She holds out her hand. Take it. Her grip is strong like steel. It's warm. Welcome, Director Barry, she says, her voice low, just for me. You earned this. And in that second, standing in the light, I'm not Janice, the financial drain. I'm not the quiet girl in the dorm. I am Director Barry. Elaine hands me a folder. It's not black and cold like my mother's. This one is a bright electric blue, the same color as her suit. It's heavy. It has the silver Nexus logo on the front. This isn't a disownment. This is a contract. This is my new life. I hold it to my chest with both hands. It's a shield. It's an anchor. And it's so much heavier and so much lighter than the folder of papers in my bag. The disownment papers. I almost forgot about them. Turn. Have to. I'm holding the blue folder and I look out at the crowd. Can see them now. And I find them. My mother and Greg. They're not looking at me. They're looking past me. My mother's face. It's not blank anymore. It's white. Pure bone white. She looks terrified. She's not looking at me. She's looking at someone at the back of the auditorium. An older man standing near the exit. He's watching me. I don't know who he is. But my mother does. And she looks like she just saw a ghost. Elaine Reed steps back from the microphone. She smiles at me, a real smile, and nods. She's giving the stage to me. But this isn't my stage. This is something else. The applause is dying down, and now the silence is back. So quiet. Everyone is just staring. They are waiting for me to speak. I'm still holding the blue folder from Nexus. Solid in my hands. It's the only thing that feels real right now. I'm supposed to be giving my valedictorian speech. I'm supposed to talk about our bright future and the journey ahead. Have that speech. It's folded up in my bag, right next to the disownment papers. I spent weeks on it. It's full of big words and hope. It's a good speech. But as I stand here, looking at the thousands of faces, I realize it's a lie. It's a speech written by Janice, the student. A girl who was just surviving. I'm not that girl anymore. Not after today. Not after the black folder. And not after the blue one. How can I talk about the future when my entire past just blew up in my face? My mother said, "You have nothing. You are nothing." And she handed me papers to prove it. Now I'm standing on a stage and the most powerful woman in technology just handed me a new division, new life. The difference between those two folders, the black one and the blue one, is so big it's almost funny. It's like a joke. Really mean, really sad joke. One folder takes everything away. The other one gives me everything. And the same people who gave me the black folder are sitting in the front row, watching me get the blue one. I look at my mother again. She's not frozen anymore. She's shaking. But she's not looking at me. She's still staring at the back of the room. That man. The old man in the simple coat. Why is she so scared of him? Greg is pulling on her arm, whispering, hissing at her. "Brenda! Brenda, look at me. What is wrong with you?" But she can't. She is locked on that man. And the man. He isn't looking at her. He's looking at me. He's just watching me. And I get a feeling in my stomach, a cold, strange feeling. Does he know me? Have to say something. The silence is too loud. I step up to the microphone. My hand is shaking. I start. My voice is small. Clear my throat. "Thank you, Ms. Reed." My voice is a little stronger. I had a speech. It was written down. It was about building the future. I look out at the sea of faces. I can't see them really, just shapes in the bright lights. But I learned something this morning. Something important. Take a breath. I learned that you can't build a new future until you stop the past from trying to tear you down. He said it. And I'm not looking at the crowd anymore. I'm looking right at my mother. And she finally looks at me. The terror is gone from her face. The shock is gone. Now it's something new. Something I know very, very well. Rage. Cold, hard, and pure. Her eyes are like little pieces of glass. She knows I'm talking about her. And she knows everyone else is figuring it out too. Oh, she is so angry. And for the first time in my life, I'm not afraid of it. I have to keep going. I started my project. My work. Because of my father. The words come out and they're true. He was a builder too. He taught me that some ideas, and some people, are worth fighting for. I can feel the heat of my mother's stare from here. He also taught me that some secrets are buried for a reason. But I've learned that's usually the worst reason of all. And the truth always wants to come out. I am saying this to her. I am saying this to him. The man at the back. Greg is turning a weird shade of purple. He looks embarrassed. This is his worst nightmare. Not losing money but looking bad. Public scene. He's a man who lives for appearances, and his off-brand stepdaughter is now the center of the universe. He's probably thinking about all the money he just lost, but mostly he's thinking about how this makes him look. He's trying to get my mother to stand up. "Brenda, let's go. Let's go." But she's still frozen, locked in this staring contest with me. My mother told me this morning that I was a financial drain. A huge gasp goes up from the crowd. People are whispering, turning to look at my mother. She told me that I had nothing. I lift the blue folder from Nexus, the one in my hands. And she was right. I did have nothing. Had no family. But I was lucky. I had people like Dr. Alistair who saw me, who didn't see a burden, who saw. I look at Dr. Alistair, and he's smiling through his tears. A revolutionary. So, to my mother and stepfather, I say, and the whole world is silent. They're all waiting. I look right at them. Thank you for this. I reach into my tote bag, the one hanging on my shoulder, and I pull out the black leather folder. Hold it up. The disownment papers. She handed me this today. She wanted me to sign it. She wanted me to be nothing. I look at my mother. Her face is, I don't have a word for it. Broken. And the old man at the back. He's smiling. And I'm going to sign it, I say into the microphone. Right now. A huge, shocked gasp ripples across the entire auditorium. It's not just one person, it's 1,000 people breathing in at the same time. Holding up the black folder feels heavy, but I do it. I hold it high so everyone can see. She wanted me to be nothing, I say again, and this time my voice doesn't shake. And I am going to sign it. I can hear the click 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 of cameras from the press section, like a dozen angry insects. They are not just taking pictures of me, they are taking pictures of my mother's face. I need a pen. I look at the podium. There's nothing. Does anyone, I say into the microphone, have a pen? My voice is calm. So weird. I should be crying. I should be screaming. But I feel quiet. And then a hand is next to me. It's Elaine Reed. She's holding out a pen. It's not a cheap plastic one. It's heavy, black and silver. It looks like it's worth more than my mother's car. She doesn't just hand it to me. She places it in my hand, and her fingers squeeze mine for just a second. Go on, director, she whispers. Janice. No. The scream rips through the silence. It's my mother. She's on her feet. Her face is bright red, and her hair is a mess. She doesn't look like the perfect, polished woman from Breakfast. She looks wild. Janice, you sit down. You stop this right now. You are embarrassing this family. Greg is grabbing her arm, trying to pull her back into her seat. He's hissing. Brenda, the cameras. Everyone is watching. Sit down. But she's fighting him, pointing a shaking finger at me. You ungrateful. I don't listen. Click the pen. The click is the loudest sound in the world. Echoes. Click. I lay the black folder on the podium. I open it to the last page, the one with a line from my name. Brenda Berry, hereafter referred to as the mother. I read the words out loud, but I'm not really seeing them. I'm just seeing that empty line. My mother is still screaming, but it just sounds like buzzing. You're nothing without us, she's shouting. We made you. Did she really? Almost. Stop. My hand is hovering over the paper. Am I really doing this? Am I really cutting myself off forever? I look to the side. Dr. Alistair is watching me. He's not smiling anymore. His face is just kind. He sees me. He sees I'm scared. He just nods once very slowly. He's not telling me to do it. He's just telling me it's okay. That it's my choice. And I realize it is. This is the first choice I have ever made that is 100% mine. I press the heavy pen to the paper. The ink is black and wet. I write my name. Janice Berry. It's not my mother's name. It's not Greg's. It's my father's name. It's my name. I sign it. I push down hard, so hard the pen almost goes through the page. Done. I rip the single page out of the folder. Hold it up. The cameras are flashing so fast it's like lightning. It's done, I say. I'm free. My mother makes a sound, a horrible, choking sound, and she finally collapses back into her chair. She covers her face with her hands. Greg looks green. He looks like he's going to be sick. He's just staring at the paper in my hand like it's a bomb. But I'm not looking at them. I'm looking at the man at the back. The old man. He's not smiling. He's not clapping. He is just watching me, and he nods just like Dr. Alistair did. But it's different. It's not kind. Looks satisfied. Like this was exactly what he wanted to happen. Elaine Reed steps back to the microphone. She puts a hand on my shoulder. Well, she says, and her voice booms through the auditorium, making everyone jump. Now that is settled. She looks down at my mother, who is sobbing into her hands, and then looks at Greg, who just looks dead. Elaine's face is hard. Director Berry has one more thing to do. She turns to me. Your real speech, Janice. I'm confused. I just gave it. What? Elaine taps the blue folder, the one from Nexus. The speech you wrote for me, she says with a small smile. The one from your project proposal. The one that got you this job. That speech. I had forgotten all about it. I'm still holding the disownment paper in one hand. Phil. Stupid. I open the blue folder. It's full of legal papers, a contract, but on top is a single piece of paper. I thought it was a title page. I look at it. It's not a speech. Just a name. Code name. A name I haven't said out loud in years. It's the name of my father's impossible project. The one I finished. The one he died trying to make. And underneath his code name, someone, Elaine, has written a single question. Question I don't know the answer to. Question that makes the blood run cold in my veins. He's alive, isn't he? He's alive, isn't he? The words on the paper are neat, written in Elaine's strong handwriting. But they don't make sense. My mind just stops. It's like a car hitting a brick wall. Alive. Alive. Whoa. He's dead. My father is dead. I've known this my whole life. This is a joke. It's a trick. It's a test. I'm standing on a stage, holding a paper that says my father is dead, and holding another paper that asks if he's alive. The microphone is right in front of my face. Everyone is waiting. The silence is so big, it feels like it's swallowing me. He's dead. Hey, I remember. What do I remember? Dark suit. My mother crying. People saying, so sorry. But it's all blurry. It's like a dream I had a long time ago. I don't remember a body. I don't remember a grave. My mother just said he was gone. She said he was weak and sick, and that we don't talk about it. My mother. The woman who just told me I was a financial drain. The woman who handed me disownment papers at my own graduation. She could lie about that. Could she lie about everything? My eyes shoot up from the note. I'm not looking at my mother. I'm not looking at Greg. I'm looking at the back of the room. Exit. The man. The old man in the simple coat. He's still there. He hasn't moved. He's just watching me. My heart is a hammer. Lump, lump, lump. Is that? Whoa. Can't be. He looks old. My father would be. I don't even know. This man is a stranger. But then, why? Why is my mother so terrified of him? Why does she look at him like she's seen a ghost? It all clicks. My mother's terror. The old man. Elaine's question. They are all connected. Elaine didn't just guess. She's a genius. She saw my research. She saw my father's old notes that I included, the notes I thought were just ideas. The notes I used to build my project. The project I built to find the impossible. The project I built for him. What if Elaine saw something in those notes? Code. A message. What if my father wasn't sick? What if he was hidden? I look at Elaine Reed. Her face is calm, but her eyes are like lasers. She's waiting for my answer. And I realize in a flash. She doesn't know. She's asking me. This isn't a test. It's a real question. She found a piece of the puzzle in my research, and she thinks I have the other piece. She thinks I know. And the horrible, awful, terrifying truth is, I don't know anything. I'm just the girl in the cheap gown, holding a lie in each hand. I can't answer. Can't. Not here. I turn back to the microphone. My whole body is shaking. I'm still holding the signed disownment paper. Have to say something. My father, I say, and my voice cracks. Take a breath. My father taught me to build. He taught me that no problem is too big to solve. I'm not answering her question. I'm just talking. I'm trying to find ground, but the whole world is made of water. The second I say, my father, my mother makes a sound. She was sobbing, but now she's silent. She lifts her head. Her face isn't angry anymore. Wait. Pure bone-white fear. She's not looking at me. She's looking at the man at the back. He's moving. He's turning. He's walking away. He's going to leave. Whoa. No, he can't. He's the only one who might have an answer. He's the only person my mother is afraid of. The project. I shout into the microphone. I didn't mean to shout. It's called Odyssey. My father named it. The man stops. He stops right at the door. His back is to me. It's a way. It's a way to see what's hidden, I say, my voice strong now. I'm not talking to the crowd. I'm talking to that man's back. It's a way to find people. People who are lost. The man turns his head just a little. He's listening. My mother makes a tiny sound. No, no, no. Elaine Reed and Nexus Innovations, I say, my voice ringing out, are not just giving me a job. They are giving me the tools to finish it. I look right at my mother. To find the truth. Whatever that truth is. No matter who, or why. It was buried. Greg has had enough. This is his worst nightmare. He's pulling my mother's arm. Brenda, we're leaving. We are done. He's dragging her into the aisle. Greg is pulling, but Brenda is fighting him like a wild animal. She's pointing at me, her finger shaking. You don't know what you're doing, she screams, and her voice is breaking. You're digging up things that will destroy you. He's not. It's not. But she can't finish the sentence. She's just choking on the words. I look back to the door. To the man. But he's gone. He just vanished into the crowd. And as I stare at the empty doorway, a cold, sick feeling washes over me. I don't know if he was a stranger. Or if I just looked my own father in the face and didn't even know it. The applause is like a rainstorm, so loud it's just white noise. But I can't hear it. I'm just standing there on the stage in the bright hot lights. The signed Disownment paper is in my left hand. The blue Nexus folder is in my right. I feel like I'm split in two. One side is the past, a piece of paper that says I'm worthless. The other side is the future, a folder that says I'm a director. I'm just staring at the empty doorway where that old man was. Was he real? Am I going crazy? Or did my father really just walk away? Elaine Reed's hand touches my back. It's firm and steady. Breathe, Director Barry, she says, her voice low and calm, cutting right through the noise. This is just the beginning. The stage lights feel hot, and the world is a blur of flashing cameras. Janice! Janice! Over here! The press is shouting. But I don't look. I just watch the spot where he stood. My mother and Greg are gone, dragged out of the auditorium. The noise of their leaving was ugly. But the silence they left behind is even scarier. Elaine's security team is suddenly all around me. They are big men in dark suits, and they move like shadows. They guide me off the stage, away from the clapping and the shouting. We're backstage in a plain gray hallway. The sound is muffled here. My legs, which were so strong on stage, suddenly feel like noodles. I stumble and I would have fallen, but someone catches me. It's Dr. Alistair. He just grabs me and pulls me into a huge hug. I bury my face in his old wool jacket. I'm shaking so hard I can't even breathe. You did it, he whispers, his voice thick. You told the truth, Janice. You did it. Elaine is there, watching us with a small, kind smile. She's tougher than she looks, Doctor, Elaine says. She waits, patiently, until I can stand on my own again. Then her face gets serious. She looks at the blue folder I'm still clutching. The note, I whisper. My voice is shaky. Why did you ask me that? He's alive. Why would you write that? Elaine's eyes are sharp, like she's looking right inside my head. Your father's notes, she says. The ones you scanned and sent me. They weren't just research. They were a journal. And the last entry. It wasn't a formula. My blood turns to ice. What did it say? Elaine taps her temple. It said, the Odyssey is not a machine. Saki. They think I'm sick, but I'm just hiding. If you're reading this, Brenda, you've gone too far. If you're reading this, Janice, run. Run. My mother. She knew. She must have seen that note. Is that why she buried everything? Is that why she was so terrified of that old man? It wasn't just a project. It was a message. A warning. A message I just got 20 years too late. Don't worry, Elaine says, seeing the panic on my face. You're not running. Not anymore. You're with me now. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a thin, black card. Has no name, no numbers. Just the silver Nexus logo. This is your new key, she says. It opens the lab. It opens your new apartment. It opens everything. She hands it to me. It's cool and smooth. My father said his project was a key. What did he mean? We have to go, Elaine says. The press is waiting outside. And, her voice gets a little cold, so is what's left of your mother. Freeze. I can't. I don't want to see her. You won't have to talk to her, Elaine says, putting a hand on my shoulder. But you have to walk past her. You have to show them and the world that you are not afraid of them anymore. I look at Dr. Alistair. He nods, his face set. You can do this, Janice. Take a breath. She's right. I'm not running. The big double doors to the outside swing open. The sunlight is blinding. And the noise. It's a wall of shouting. Janice! Over here. Ms. Berry, how does it feel? What did your mother say? Then, see them. They are by a black sedan, the one they came in. Greg is trying to push my mother into the car, but she's fighting him. She sees me. And she breaks away. She runs at me, her face. It's not angry. It's not sad. Desperate. Janice, she screams. Her hair is wild, her mascara running in black streaks down her face. Janice, you have to listen to me. You don't know what you've done. She tries to grab my arm, but one of Elaine's guards, a man the size of a mountain, just steps in front of me. He doesn't push her. He just stops her. He just puts out one huge hand and she runs right into it. Ma'am, he says, his voice like gravel. You need to step back. You can't have it. My mother screams at me past the guard. She's crying, but they're not sad tears. They're angry, ugly tears. It's mine. He left it for me. The money, the project. It's all mine. Greg is pulling at her. His face a horrible shade of red. Brenda, stop it. You're making it worse. You're ruining us. So that's what it was. Not love. Not family. Not even the lie. It was just money. And the project. What does she know about the project? I look at her, this screaming, broken woman. It was never yours, I say. And now, it's mine. It's mine. The words just hang in the air, cold and hard. My mother's face. It just breaks. The wild anger is gone, and for a second, she looks like a scared little girl. She just stares at me, her mouth open like I just slapped her. Greg, on the other hand, is done. He grabs her. He doesn't just pull her this time. He hooks his arm around her waist and physically lifts her off her feet, dragging her backward to the car. That's enough, Brenda, he's hissing, his face a nasty dark red. You've ruined us. You're mad. He's not wrong. She is screaming my name, just screaming it over and over as he shoves her into the back seat. The car door slams shut, cutting off her voice. So, final. Greg looks at me just for a second. His eyes are full of pure, unfiltered hate. It's the look of a man who just lost a lottery ticket. He doesn't say a word. He just gets in the driver's side and the tires scream as the black sedan peels away from the curb, leaving a cloud of exhaust behind. And just like that, they're gone. The people who were supposed to be my family, just drove away. All the noise, the screaming, the cameras. It all just fades. I'm left standing on the sidewalk, shaking. My mother's last scream is still ringing in my ears. I'm holding the disownment paper in my hand, and it's all crumpled up from my fist. A big, black, shiny car, one that makes Greg's look like a toy, pulls up to the curb right in front of me. It's silent like a shadow. Door opens. Get in, director, Elaine Reed says from inside. She's already in the back seat, looking at her phone like nothing just happened. Dr. Alistair is there. He smiles, his eyes still a little wet, and he just holds the door for me. I look at him, at Elaine, at the car. And I get in. The door closes with a soft thud. And the whole world goes silent. Silent. The car is like a bank vault. I can't hear the cameras, the shouting, or the people. Just peace. It's the first time I've been in a quiet place all day. I'm sitting on the softest leather I've ever felt. I'm still clutching the crumpled disownment paper. My hand is shaking. Dr. Alistair gently, so gently, takes the paper from my hand. He doesn't look at it. He just folds it once and tucks it into his own pocket. "You won't be needing that anymore," he says softly. I look at Elaine. I'm in her car. I have her contract. What happens now? I ask, and my voice is small like a little kid's. Elaine finally looks up from her phone. She's not smiling, but her eyes are proud. "Now, Janice," she says. "We go to work. We get you settled. You have an apartment on the top floor. You have a lab on the 50th. You have a team of researchers who have been waiting for you." She taps the blue folder in my lap. "And we are going to finish what your father started." "My father," I whisper. "The old man. The note. Elaine. The man at the door. My mother. She was so scared of him. And you asked me if my father was alive." Elaine's face gets very serious. The car is moving so smoothly I can't even feel it. "Janice, your father's research. The Odyssey. It wasn't just for finding people. We think. It was a way for him to be found." My heart stops. "What do you mean?" She just shakes her head. "We'll talk in the lab. For now. You're safe. Your mother. And Greg. They can't get to you. Ever again." Dr. Alistair puts his hand on my shoulder. It's warm and heavy. "I'm so proud of you, Janice," he says, and his voice is thick. "You stood up. You told your truth. That was the hardest part. Now comes the fun part. Now you get to build." I look at him, this man who has been more of a father to me than anyone. He's the family I chose. Or maybe he's the family that chose me. I feel a tear, a real one, slide down my cheek. But it's not a sad tear. A different kind. This is the part of the story I want you to remember. Right now. That feeling. The feeling of being completely and totally alone. And then, suddenly not being alone at all. My mother, my own blood, told me I was nothing. She tried to throw me away. But she didn't know I was a seed. If you're out there and you feel like you're in the dirt, if someone in your life is trying to bury you or tell you you're worthless, I need you to hit that subscribe button right now. Don't do it for me. Do it for you. Subscribe if you believe that the family you choose is 1,000 times stronger than the family that tries to break you. Hit like if you know deep down that you are not a financial drain. You are a revolutionary. And comment, "I am enough," down below. I want the Brendas and the Gregs of the world to see a wall of people who know their own worth. Let's show them how many of us there are. You are not alone in this. The car stops. We're in a garage, a clean, white, underground garage. We get out and walk to a private elevator. Elaine hands me the black key card she gave me. "Go on," she says. "It's your door." I hold the card. It's heavy. It's my new life. I'm not the girl in the cheap gown. I'm Director Barry. I tap the card on the reader. There's a soft beep, and the giant metal doors slide open. They open. Not to an elevator, but to a lab. A huge glass room. And inside, standing by a wall of screens, is the old man from the graduation. He turns, and he smiles.